Across the country, First Intuition deal with hundreds and hundreds of employers of all sorts of shapes and sizes, small accountancy firms to the very largest, businesses and industry, NHS, public sector. For a lot of those employers, one of the things they truly value is consistency of the experience that their learners are having, regardless of perhaps where in the country they might have been recruited. They want an entire cohort to have a very similar experience. Now, in the poll, what sort of responses did we get around the way that the changes to level 7 funding would affect that consistency?
I think it's a really interesting question, something we're very keen to hear from employers on. And actually, out of the 3 polls that we ran, this was the one where employers had already formed an opinion or had made a decision, in fact. So some interesting results that came through. So it was only 11% that said they hadn't made a decision yet. Out of the other people that responded, 44% said that this was very important to them. Consistency of experience was key, and they wanted all students on as similar programs as possible. A further 29% said that this was somewhat important. They want students on similar programs, but with some variations for non-apprenticeship students. And finally, 15% said no, this was not important. They were happy with different students on different programs, even within the same cohort. So I think a really interesting early poll taken, and I think is one of those implications of an age restriction coming in at level 7.
Yeah, well, I think, that's going to be really interesting where employers perhaps have a cohort that combines some learners who are eligible for the level 7 funding, so who are 21 or below, and some learners who are not eligible, so those who are 22 or above. I think it'd be really interesting. I mean, based on these polls, perhaps we'll see employers who actually still want to support those ineligible learners with things like coach support, things like the Impact Skills Programme, that development of those additional skills and behaviours.